Hey there, Angry Faithful. I just wanted to drop in, bend your ear a little bit, get your attention. So if you're not listening, drop what you're doing and pay attention to me because I'm here to inform you that not only can you get your daily, maybe if you're binging it, I'm not sure, that's entirely up to you, but you can multiply your doses of angry me fuckery by paying attention to all of the platforms upon which you can find either the dulcet tones of my voice and David's voice or my pretty face and David's not so pretty face. Anyways, digressing, we not only we are on YouTube, we are on Spotify, we're on Rumble, we're on Google, Apple Podcast. We have a TikTok page. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and of course Facebook. So if you find yourself fuckery deprived, curl up with a nice hot mug of shut the fuck up and just listen. Open those ear holes and be prepared to be cream pied like it's the first time. Thanks for listening.
Welcome, Angry Faithful. We got Chris Jacka again. And you know what? I'm going to put you on a staple on this. You're a host now. I mean, you've been here long enough and everything. You're an extra host.
Yeah, what is this?
I've already talked to people about it. I was like, oh, he's our host. I was like, oh, you got somebody, you got an extra host now? I was like, yeah, we all talk all the time and everything. He has my number. I have his number. And sometimes we talk about coming out. Either I go down to San Antonio or he comes up here and do something and everything. We spoon, no big deal.
Yep.
It's going to happen. But today we're going to talk about Mead and
love it.
Yes, it was one of the things we ended up talking about, and I still have to find that book. I really do. It's what got me started in Mead. Me and my brother-in-law now, but he's been my brother for since high school.
Right.
But we made meat, but we made like gallons meat. We made like a couple of crates full of mead, and we ended up donating.
Of course.
Donations, and other people partake in
so
this.
They would buy a bottle, and there just happened to be something inside the bottle.
No, they didn't buy the bottle. We had to get the bottle back. It was a rare thing because those bottles were freaking expensive. Because we ended up getting
an exchange program.
Yeah, it was an exchange program. It was like, is this going to a charity? Fuck yeah, it is. My ammo charity. Half of it goes to the meat and half of it goes to the ammo.
It's called My Slush Fund LLC.
We're gonna see what we can do to how much explosives we can buy with this.
Yeah, exactly. That's a charitable contribution, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure you can write that off on the IRS. I need to double check my tax form, but I'm pretty sure there's a section in there for explosives.
That would be weird if there was.
I might actually do my. No, I can't say that.
I might actually check that out.
I might actually do my taxes at that point. No.
Then you have a. You can't. He's having Dave. I can't make this episode. I'm sorry.
So listen, yeah, kind of in jail right now.
Yeah. Hey, can you bail me out? I can't bail you out, but I'm gonna get you out. Wait, what?
Like get you out?
Yeah.
It's like how? Just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. I know some guys.
Yeah, I know some people. Really? You're that connected? I mean, I'm connected, but you're that connected? I'm
not saying I don't know a few people that could probably make it happen, but
Yeah, I was actually talking to a friend of mine about the problem that we were talking about last time about hackers.
Yes.
And I know a lot of hackers, and they're like, yeah, if it's connected to the internet, they can do that. I was like, why would they do that? Because they're assholes.
Yeah.
But
it's amazing how many times like you hear about these, DDoS attacks or any of this like that. Like, yes, there's some that are malicious and they're after that. you'd be amazed how many people are doing it just because they're bored, just because they think it's funny.
Yeah,
I don't get it. I can't get into that.
I mean, I've
frame of mind,
thrown
that
rocks in an abandoned building before and everything. I mean, it's that kind of maliciousness.
yeah,
I think that's the word.
only on a much larger scale.
Yeah.
It's like on a global scale. I mean, you want to fuck with Russia and China, by all means, go ahead. You have my blessing at that point. But
we're kids from the 80s. We've been brainwashed and thinking of Russians as the enemy, which they are. But we've always, even if you told me, it's like Russia's our ally now. No, they're not. No,
come on, they're barely our ally even in World War II. Like, come on, let's be real.
Yeah, that
was an ally of convenience. Let's.
There is. I love that one story where they had a capture of American soldiers and Russian soldiers in one area, and they had been separated. And because the American soldiers had Red Cross and everything, they would get like bread and everything from that, and the Russians didn't have anything. So the Americans had to find a way to push food to the Russian side, and they came back like years later to interview some of the guys that were I think it was interview in like the 80s or late 90s or early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, and they had a news report on it. It was so freaking it was in that time frame and that kind of war zone and everything. It's nice to hear, like, I mean, even Marcus Luttrell's little story about that group of people that protected him. It's a war zone. They were coming after these people and everything, and they were like, no, he's in our home. You don't fuck with us.
Exactly.
You go.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
And some people, even in a war zone and everything, you still have people like that, and it just shows that we still have a little bit of our humanity left.
Yeah, I mean, no group is 100% all bad. Like that's why it's so puzzling to see people get lumped in. It's like, oh, all these people are bad. Well, you can't say that though.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody, and they were saying I'll just say really bad things about Middle Eastern people and everything. I was like, have you been over there? And it's like, no, man, but they're all. I was like, no, they're not.
It's like, you just know. Okay, but
no, you don't until you're actually in that area talking with people. And it's like people here. I mean, you got areas that they just like, man. I was like, during the riots and everything, I talked to people that were like, man, I wish they would stop doing that. You know how many businesses they're ruining, how bad they're destroying their community because what they're doing. It's ridiculous.
Their own community too. That's what I don't understand. It's like shitting in your own living room.
Yeah.
And then somebody else. You're the reason I did this. So.
And it's usually white women that are fucking it up.
Right? Damn white women.
Ugly white women. Very rarely do you get the hot ones doing that.
Well, that's a different type of you get the hot white crazy ones, then that's a different scale of activity.
Then for some reason you don't hear all the rants. So she keeps on talking about that. She stays at the house all the time, and we do like weird shit, and that never comes up. Really?
See, that's the key is to keep them occupied. You can't give them any.
No, it probably happens, but the sex is really good, and you just fucking blank it out.
Oh, yeah, you get the crazy out when there's too much idle time. So you got to keep them occupied.
It's like Ted Bundy. He got all those hot women and everything like that, but they didn't. The women that stayed with him was in a relationship. They probably saw the bodies being dragged, but they just never really just like wanted to put two and two together.
Oh yeah, it's 100% denial.
Yeah, but me. we
need somebody else to like keep us like get just the cue card there, just keep back on topic. Back on topic.
No. That person would have like, a really, really tough job, especially with me. You have a squirrel like darting mountains. Like Dave's not talking to again. They put the score up. Maybe they get his attention back on topic.
Right.
But no, we were talking off air last time about man, I'm really interested in about the huckleberry one. We need to find out how you can get some huckleberry, fresh huckleberries, or at least frozen huckleberries.
I still think that my best bet, unless I actually, can make a mead while I'm up there, somewhere, I'm gonna have to try to get some dried, I think. I'm gonna lose some more.
You're gonna lose a lot of the juices and everything, a lot of the flavor profile to it.
I will. I'm gonna lose more in the just because the dry is gonna suck up more of the juice.
Well, it's,
or more of the liquid. So I'm gonna have more loss there overall. But it's so typical with fresh fruit, you don't want to leave it more than like a couple of weeks, because otherwise you're going to start pulling out some off flavors from that. You're going to get bitterness that's coming through with the pulp and things.
I think it's like 42 to 72 hours.
Yeah. So, well, I've found a couple of weeks you have quite a bit of tolerance there if you're using frozen, because you always do frozen and then thawed, and that actually bursts the cell wall, so you're pulling more juice out. You're getting more flavor out. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, quick question, because I got to go to South Dakota in November. Do you think they would have some in South Dakota? Because I can go to the Walmart. Oh,
yeah. Like I said, if you're gonna find them now, they're gonna be dry, which again is a viable option. You're just gonna have to let it soak longer. You probably have to get a little bit more as well. Another thing I'd be interested in trying is, and I don't even know if this would be an option, but huckleberry juice, just 100% juice.
And
that one
you might be able to do concentrate if you can get huckleberry concentrate.
Even if it's concentrated, it's fine. It just needs to be 100% juice.
Okay.
Even if it's concentrated, that would work. And I would add that, because that's what I did with my cherry one here, is I added some 100% cherry juice in secondary. So my primary, I actually did the frozen fruit. I did a pound of frozen fruit in my it's a gallon. And then in secondary, I added some juice. And man, that really, it's sweeter. It just kind of depends on what flavor profile you're looking for, as far as if you're looking for a dry or sweet. Adding juice is typically going to make it a little bit more sweeter. You don't have to necessarily back sweeten with any more honey, just because you're getting so much more sugar with that juice. But if you're looking for a dry meat, then you could even add dried in secondary as well, and just do an extra week or so. Let those soak in and get that, and you're going to pull flavor out of there. You're not necessarily going to pull the juices, but you're going to pull flavor.
Yeah, that was we tried it a couple of times, but we just we like the profile. It was one of those things, is every once in a while we wanted a different flavor from our mead, and we would do that. But we usually stuck with the regular mead, and that ours was freaking potent. We made ours potent.
Yeah, no,
the distillery.
Yeah, so that was like I've seen, and I've been diving pretty deep into videos and tutorials and things like that, and I know a lot of people will talk about they want to get to a specific point, and then they kill their yeast. So they'll either do sodium sorbitate or I'm sorry, potassium sorbitate, or they'll pasteurize, or they'll do something to actually stop fermentation. But me, I actually I want to reach saturation. I want to get that thing. I want every single bit of alcohol that yeast can wring out of it. And if I have to back sweeten it a couple of times and kickstart fermentation again, hey, that's fine. So I want as much alcohol as I can possibly pull out of those, because I only bottle in 16-ounce bottles, because all of mine is basically just for my own enjoyment and for anybody I might feel like giving a bottle to. So I want something that's going to be potent, but so you can have, like I said, it's a little bit more labor intensive in that you're going to have to probably back sweeten once or twice, just to get to that level. Because I like something that's also pretty. I like it on the sweeter side. I don't like a super dry mead.
Yeah, that was our thing when I just sent you the book that we had.
Hell
yeah. That's the book that we used. But it was the same thing with when we started brewing our own beer too, because we did beer and wine. And we'd have, oh man. Why is it when you're like dirt poor and you end up doing your own stuff and everything, life's a little bit better?
Absolutely.
It's when you
it
get
tastes better too. And that's what I've noticed, because I've had so it was like a Viking restaurant opened up here in town, which by the way,
you're talking about that in one of these days. I'm coming down there and go.
Yes,
at least
absolutely.
for TAC, me and you are going there because I want to go down there.
But they had just opened when I went to go visit them, and they had store bought meat, and I could tell. I was like, this isn't homemade. Like it's, and you would think it being commercially produced, it would be.
It's like when you, it's like when you clean something so well, and it does. That was the same thing with cooking.
Yeah,
cooking. You're trying to make the same recipes where you get in the restaurant, but they have it to where it's factory made. So they have measure the ingredients. They have all this stuff and everything like that, and you can't put. And I've made stuff that's like chicken enoki, like the Olive Garden chicken enoki. Same. Found the recipe, did the recipe, put a little bit of stuff in mine, and it turned out like 100,000 times better. I was like that chili recipe I told you about.
Oh yeah.
Put a little bit of calf in it, just like a teaspoon in it, and the actual flavor. I don't know why. It's like a big improvement. Just put a little, because a lot of people, what had happened was a lot of people put cocoa powder into the chili for some reason, and it gives it a little bit of profile. But if you put like coffee into it, it's a different profile, and it just enhances the entire chili, and it just surprised me.
Yeah, there was a friend of mine that would do the mole paste.
Okay.
She would put mole paste in there, and it gave it something interesting. I'm not a big fan of mole, so I didn't. You could definitely taste it in there. She wouldn't use a lot, but it's still amazing how much that carries forward.
Well, we had they had this recipe for cowboy beans, and they were like, "Oh, we put some natty light in there, and it changed the profile entirely." I was like, "Yeah, it does. It tastes like fucking natty light."
Exactly.
It's like, "Don't do this again." I was like, "Well, we like it." I was like,
use a stout or something that actually has some flavor that's going to impart on there. Like,
oh yeah, like
yeah, you want something. If you're going to add something like that, you want something heavier that's actually going to, come forward.
Yeah, that's the reason why I switched. I mean, nowadays everybody's like drinking like light beers or something like that, and I'll drink like Shinerbach because I love the taste, or Guinness.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll drink something that's like, it's a darker beer. Even my coffee now. A lot of people, there's some people that can't stand how I make my coffee because it's a lot darker now. I mean, I use the Chemex, and it changes the profile, and I need to stop using the metal mesh, because I know that's changing the profile too, but it's just easier.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, it's just easier doing. I mean, If you have somebody making it for you, yeah, I'll totally take it and taste the difference and know it's going to be better. But when you're in a kind of a rush and everything like that, that's the reason why I mostly make my coffee on the weekends instead of the weekdays. Is because I take my time with my coffee.
Actually, make it right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just love the taste of it and everything like that.
Yeah.
But
dude, Shiner Bohemian Black.
Oh, I never heard of that one.
Oh.
You're about to change my life, brother.
Yeah, I am.
I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna go to
Matter of fact.
Yeah, show me the bottle, man. Because I'm about to go to Specs just to go get me some. Oh, yeah, that's definitely going in my refrigerator today.
Dude, it's a step above even just regular vodka.
Really?
This stuff is fantastic. So it's not super heavy like a lot of stouts are.
Uh-huh.
You're getting that flavor. It's the Blackbeard's delight of Shiner vodka.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that. I kind of don't like the Blackbeard Delight.
But
it's flavor. It's
you're getting that boldness.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's what I mean by
that. Okay, I got you.
You don't like Blackbeards?
I couldn't.
Fuck your friends. You know how people.
It's either the Blackbeard. No. Okay. I know it's one of the special ones. It's either the VTech one or Blackbird Delight. I think it might be. It's either one of those two, but I haven't tried them in a while. I couldn't stand the VTech one.
I haven't really had that one much. I don't really consider that to be one of our core brands. That's one of our.
Well, it's Kyle Lamb's brand, really.
And yeah, it is. But that's not. It's not one of the mainstream. I guess.
Yeah. That's one thing I do like about your company, though, or not the company you work for. How about that? It was like, hey, can you get us that guy's number and everything like that? I was like, all right, but he's kind of a nobody. Oh fuck, I did that. But no, is they make coffee profiles for individual companies like Ranger Up and all the companies that are technically friends with the
right. Yeah.
But they go out, and from what your boss says is they go out and they have the people come in and favor profile their flavors what they would want. And I'm like,
yeah, they'll actually do that
instead of just like putting it in a package and labeling it a different label.
Right. It's not like it's just it's not just this coffee and just throw in a bag and just call it.
That was me and a couple of friends of mine when the company first started. The reason why we didn't, because we do that, we'd see like a newer coffee company or a new, and we would have, when we drank it, it was just like, oh, this is like Folgers. We spent like an extra $20, and we started getting the y'all guys stuff, and we were like, oh, this is a totally different animal. Exactly. This is a different beast. We messed up. Because it took me like a good 2 to 3 years to even start it up to drink Black Hawk coffee. And that's our
yeah, I'm silently judging you. I cannot.
Well, it's
you're lucky you're cute, or I wouldn't talk to you at all.
Fuck yeah. Thank God for that. I'm a good color too. I give good hugs. Good hugs.
My cuddles are exquisite.
I know. Oh, dude, I forgot to tell you this the last couple of times, because I had this thought, and I don't know if I wanted to do it on air so I can actually do it. Getting a shirt that says no gun, hugs, not guns, and start going out to like ranges and everything like that, and seeing if I can get people to try to change my mind because I hate guns and everything.
Yeah.
Out and I was like, dude, I changed that guy's mind. Oh, Dave? No, you didn't change his mind. He just shoot all the time, and he goes out and has people change around. He basically used your bullets. That's my idea. And I was like, that would fucking work.
That would be interesting. That'd be good. That's like the that'd be like a veteran doing a stolen valor fucking video.
No,
Just
well,
make a uniform all fucked up and then just go out in public and see how many people could actually confront you.
well, that would be. I'm actually thinking about making that video and doing a video like that because I got a friend that makes T-shirts for pretty cheap. Making that video,
That'd be
and just going out and everything, and just as I leave that area, it's like, why is he putting on a suit? Why is he putting on a gun? Why is he put? Oh,
motherfucker!
that asshole! He got one over on us. Oh, he's here every weekend.
But he's a regular. He's fine.
He comes here.
Keep the T-shirt on when you actually start shooting too.
Oh yeah. You do the shooting and everything. You keep the T-shirt, and then you go out to your car and you put on your actual shirts because you don't want anybody else in town know you wear that shirt. And you or you go up to like Walmart or something like that, or Academy, somewhere you know there's gonna be a lot of gun guys and everything.
Yeah.
Or you go up there and you like have like a poster board and everything up at Academy, but the people up there already know what you're doing, and they keep their mouth shut because they think it's fucking hilarious.
Right.
And they're like, it's like, why would you allow that person to be there that says he's anti-gun and everything? You know what, man? I'm gonna take you out to the range and show you what a man is. It's like, okay, sir, we'll try this, but I don't know what you think you're gonna change my mind. It's like,
this is very scary.
You just see the store clerks and everything just laughing their fucking ass off.
Dude,
you go up to the range.
Let him get you to the range and then outshoot him.
Oh yeah. That would be my main problem. If I like legitimately did it in like real life and everything, that would be my legitimate problem because I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Exactly.
And
like as soon as you start
know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. Well, you're not flagging anybody. You're actually checking. You keep down range. If you're like, some doesn't add up. This is
this is really weird. I mean, he just went out there and he said, "Fuck these people."
Yep.
And he's anti-gun. He should do this.
Yep.
Oh,
that'd be interesting.
It's one of those things is where it's like I'm poor, so I gotta figure out how to. It's either that or go to the street corner, and I don't mind doing that either.
Yeah, show some ankle out there. You be all right.
No, I just have my mouth open and as big as I can.
Like a little baby bird. Just hang a sign around your neck says "Feed me." Chirp, 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 chirp.
Tie my shirt up.
Yeah.
You ready for bullets?
Have a big rainbow just on your stomach.
Oh yeah. Put a sign insert here on the back.
No. Entrance only.
Entrance only. The colon's clean.
What does this have to do with Mead? Damn,
I have no idea. I have no fucking clue. This is the reason why
You're gonna drink a bunch of mead and then go in and do all that. That's what it is.
No, you got to do it stone sober, so they don't pick you up for what's that fucking thing?
Public intoxication.
Yeah, public intoxication.
Yeah, as long as you're not stumbling, you're
okay. Yeah, have it like
That's
pin you up like one of those freaking dolls. just get a harness and everything. It's like it just set it up. It just set it up. It was like have a harness and everything, like you're one of those mannequins and everything. And like, oh, did you? And they put like money in your thing. It's like, oh, did you need to suck you off? Or oh, your kids are here. I'm sorry. You know, move them aside so we can get down to business. I can unhook this and we just go around the corner and dump.
Right?
Exactly. Pull this off, man.
Earmuffs.
Yeah.
Close your eyes, earmuffs. You're good to go.
Nowadays it's so easy. I'm sorry. I just picture this. You give it. I was like, I got an iPad for the kid and some headphones. They don't know it's anything.
Get free Wi-Fi. They'll be fine. He's got YouTube.
No, I downloaded beforehand.
I'm saying.
God, we're so fucked up. Oh my God. I have to say this, none of our companies that we work for or the company that I own endorse any one of us doing any kind of this stuff.
Any opinions expressed in this podcast are the opinions of this expressed individual and not that of the parent company involved. Not that they are involved, but
you have that memorized. Did they have to?
No, I never actually had to say that before.
Oh, really?
No. Because usually when I'm expressing opinions, it's well, I do have to kind of be careful sometimes because you know they tell you go to events and it's like, well, just be yourself. It's like, you sure you want that?
Yeah, that would be my problem. It's like, hey, be yourself, Dave. You have your books. You know what not to say. Just wave. Why is that guy just handing out coffee and smiling? Oh, he can't talk. Oh man, we're so sorry. No, he can talk, no, but he's not allowed to talk when he's getting paid. Last time someone, oh man.
Listen, I'm pretty good though. You've seen me at events. I'm not that bad.
There's a big difference when we're at your area where you have to be like, but when we're away from our area, yeah. Away from your area and everything like that, you're like,
oh, that's true. When I'm away from the table, that's
yes. When dude, hand of God, I want to do when you're at an event and see if I can get your head to explode and get you to talk really fucked up. She's like, I can't do it, stop, and you're just,
okay. It's come close a few times because there's been some people that come up, and again, disclaimer, this is just my opinion.
Yeah.
They have come up and have said some just some shit. They'll start going off because they start feeling comfortable with you, and a lot of guys, you know, or well, not guys, but people, they'll come up and
is it the I fucked the cat? My mom called me fuck her cat too.
It's not quite there. No, the worst is when they'll come up and because they feel comfortable in you know with the company and with us.
Yeah. The company actually brings in people
and then they
everybody feel part of it.
And it's like they'll go off on some Alex Jones bullshit. And it's just kind of just like and I'll start like trying to find something else to start focused on, or you know, somebody walk by and I'll be like, oh yes, yeah, so you need help with something? Like I'm
dude, I had to do that with Chad Prather.
And get away and give this guy a hint because I can't tell him, dude, fuck off and go away because you're weird.
Yeah. You can't do that because it's part of your job. Your customer service. Customer service is a different breed and animal. But I had to do that with Chad Prather when we were at the charity event last year.
Yeah.
The Vet Fest VFW.
Yeah.
The VFW. No. DFW. There we go.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyways, I was talking to, I went over and you could tell when someone's uncomfortable talking to somebody. You can just tell. And I went over there. It's like, hey, Chad, is it all right if I get a couple of notes on how you do your podcast and everything over on my area for like, just 2 minutes, sir. And he's like, yeah, sure. We went over there. It's like, oh, what did you want to know? I was like, no, dude, you were uncomfortable. It's like, dude, you have fucking no idea. And then we started having a conversation and everything.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, thank you so much. I was like, yeah, just cue me next time. He's like, okay, so you don't need anything? I was like, no, not really. I mean, unless you want me on your podcast and I can boost mine. That's the only thing. It's like, yeah. And he told me, it's like, man, whenever you're in the Dallas Fort Worth area, just go by this address and we'll see what I have you on. It's like, well, I'm busy most of the time. It's like, I get that. But he was, we were just chumming up and it's like, okay, do your round.
Yeah.
Go dance.
Yeah, sometimes, man, it's you kind of get in that quicksand, and it's almost impossible to get out.
Oh yeah. It gets really weird.
Yeah,
and I've had,
like I said, they get comfortable with you, and it's like, oh, I can start, and they're like,
y'all like me, so we're going to talk about yes.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
dude. I've actually had that to where they send me. I had this. It was when I started doing the podcast and everything. I don't know how it happened, but this person started sending, because people send me stuff to look at and research. Yeah. And hey, maybe this would be a good topic for you and everything. I ended up there was this one chick that I used to work with, and she started sending me like videos off of YouTube that are now taken down. Even I have a video on my phone that I've been wanting to send you, and it's one of those things. Is like, I don't know if I should send this to him. It's already taken care of because hackers accidentally got his TikTok account and got rid of it. I don't know how that happened. By the way, you're welcome. Anyways, it's and the stuff this chick sent me was all racism, like heavy racism stuff. And I was like, block.
That's not okay.
We're not dealing with that. No, I mean, me and Johnny's both said it. Anybody that knows me. I've had some really weird racism stuff happen to me at one point in time.
Right.
And we don't deal with that stuff. I do not, anybody, and it's stupid, and it takes too much energy to actually hate something that much. I don't get that stuff. But
like, of all things that you're gonna hate somebody over, skin color? No. You hate somebody for their choice of beer or their sports team. That's what you hate people for.
Yeah.
The way
like on our sports show, I can't have you and Johnny going. I'm literally thinking of going up to go get like a mouth guard and maybe a helmet or something like that, and maybe some because y'all verbally beat my ass every time.
But lovingly. It's we beat you because we love you. Really.
That's so messed up.
Right? We have to slap you around. I mean,
yeah. Why are you bruised up like that? They said some things that really hurt. God, I can't wait to go hang out with you. Yeah, man. That's gonna be fun. I didn't send you that stuff. If you're actually interested of going to the Vet Fest, let me send you that stuff.
Oh, yeah. I've gotten a couple of emails from people, and I had talked to our corporate giving staff. We'll basically got to run some budget. And the way those usually work, it's just kind of a if you think it'll help the fund, then fuck it.
Well, it's one of those things that Not to help out. I just want to hang out with you. I just like see if I can get somebody to. I was like, hey, we'll come out there, dude. I try to have a couple of Comic Cons get a hold of y'all so we can meet up with a fucking con.
Dude, I know, right?
Oh man, that's how
That
devious I am. It's like, oh, you really like Black Prophet? Yeah. Chris, heads up. Okay, cool.
It's yeah. Anyways, oh shit, that's right. He does work for Black Rifle.
Does he really? I love Johnny to death. He's like, oh man, maybe we can spawn. I was like, no, don't talk about him about that stuff. I just want to hang out with him. He's a cool guy. I want to dock with him. I mean, yeah, no, I just want to dock with him.
Yep.
He's like Santa Claus but younger. Oh, dude, I can't wait till that Santa Claus movie comes out.
Did I tell you I actually played Santa Claus in a Black Rifle video?
It wasn't that first one, was it?
It didn't get aired.
Oh,
it didn't actually make it on there, but they actually had me last year. They actually had me. Let's send you a picture.
yeah.
They damn sure they had me dressed up as Santa and do throwing presents out of a helicopter. It was deep. Oh, it was.
That
fun.
would piss me the fuck off. I was like, hand me the video. I'll post that motherfucking shit.
I'm still trying. I'm trying to get the video itself. It still exists. The guy still has it, but you know, I don't have iPhone, so he can't airdrop it to me.
I got an iPhone. I'll come down there and get it.
Like, come on with it.
Or I'll find somebody.
Yeah, I had a blast making that video, and it still bothers me that I don't know, it just didn't get approved. I never really found out what fully happened on that, but you know,
it's one of those things. Is like how Hollywood does their shit and everything like that. Someone goes up and says they didn't like something about the video or the movie or the TV show, and it doesn't go anywhere after that.
Yeah,
it's so weird. I ended up talking to what's his name, Kilpatrick, because I was like, is this how Hollywood actually does? If one person doesn't like the TV show that you're about to produce and everything, or you're going in, it just doesn't get. Because like, dude, I had one movie, it was set to go. We had all the funding. We basically made it. As soon as we gave it to the producer for them to watch and see if they want to distribute. No, it was a distributor, and see if the distributor wants to go out and distribute it and everything. The wife watched it with the husband, and she didn't like it, and that's the reason why it didn't.
Not even connected to the company.
No, not at all. It was just the wife didn't like it. Wow. And I was like, man, if I had somebody to distribute stuff and everything like that, I would put it out because I like weird shit. I was talking to Mitch, the comic that was from LA, and that TV. I showed him we were watching trailers for Avengers Grimm. Yeah. It's because the dude that played Rico from Starship Troopers was the villain in it, and we went down a rabbit hole like we usually do when we're doing our what the hell episodes.
Yeah.
And it was like, no, dude, there's a movie that what they do is this is the staple in Hollywood. Like what got it all let me put it all in perspective. What got us in all this stuff was we're talking about Pauly Shore. Pauly Shore just did a Pinocchio cartoon. Pinocchio from Disney, the live action is coming out.
Right.
When I'm talking about that, I was like, yeah. What happens is if it gets leaked out, or someone makes a video of this movie, or it gets leaked out of what they're producing and everything. And since some of the stuff isn't IP'd, I guess it would be copyrighted, whatever you want to say.
Right.
Open territory. Like Pinocchio, Santa Claus, Christmas stuff, things of that. Like there's about to be a Grinch movie that's coming out pretty soon, but it's a horror film.
Oh, a horror Grinch film?
Yes.
Oh, fucking sign me up for that. Hell yeah.
Yeah. But it's okay. It's where you get, because there is a lot of like straight to video cartoon movie. I mean, there's always those.
You're right.
To where it's a different name, but it has the same characters, different storyline and everything. It's always the case, and you can't really sue them or anything like that because of the fact of it's a different story. It's not copyright. The storyline is not copyright. Like if you wanted to use token or anything like that,
like you could almost call it a parody.
Yes, but it's not a parody. It's not. Well,
I said you could almost.
I guess it might be like a parody, but it ended up. I was like, there's
in legal terms, not in entertainment terms.
Yeah, like I told him, I was like, there's an Avengers movie that it's just grim fairy tales. And he's like, bullshit. So he looked it up. He's like, oh my God, that actually looks halfway watchable. I love movies like that. I love movies like that too. And me and Mitch were talking about it. And we just went down a fucking I mean, if you watch the episode, we didn't go that deep like I usually do.
Yeah.
But we went down deep in this rabbit hole. It's like there's War of the Worlds 2. It's what we do. Okay, what we used to do.
Sequel to that.
When we had like there's another movie that I'll send you the video of. It's still on YouTube.
Please.
And you would think I just sent you the most horrible stuff, and you might be fired because it's on your phone. Because of the name. Because of the name. Okay. I can't even say the name on any kind of social media. Even if it's social media, I can't say the fucking name. And it's a 30-minute movie.
Yeah.
And the people that did it were African American.
Oh man.
And it's black and white. It is
God.
It is trash. I do not. I'm not saying trash because the name and everything else, but someone sent me it. Someone sent me it because I like weird movies and everything that come out nobody knows about. I was like, I know about this movie. It's really weird. It has this. Someone sent me that because they were like going through like a YouTube black hole, so to speak. Yeah. And they sent me that. I was like, what the hell? I looked at it. The name on it itself just says, do not open because it's weird.
See, that's a siren call, man. If I see those, like, you have to click on it. There's no way you can't.
It's like a Wolf Cop. Have you seen that one?
Wolf. It sounds familiar. I don't think I've watched it, but that.
Dude, or Axe Cop. I mean, there's several of those. This is like Axe Cop's a good one too.
There was one that, and I'm trying to think of the name of it. Kim Coates actually did it, and he was, man, I can't remember the name of it now. But it was some stupid cheesy. I think it was mid-90s movie or something like that, and
man, was it like a trauma movie?
Riff Tracks or something like that. Like they. Riff Tracks or Mystery Science Theater 2000 did a deal with it. They did a video with it.
Oh, okay.
Man. There was one where he was like he was like he was a cop that was brought back to life or something like that. It was I don't want to say like a RoboCop, but he was basically like that. But he just goes nuts and just starts fucking killing everybody.
I still like was it
Kim Coates. I can't remember the name of the damn movie. I'll see if I can find that.
Velocipaster.
The Velocipaster. God, yes, Velocipaster was awful. It was so bad. Dude, the guy that actually played the pastor, they did an interview with him some years later after the movie came out. And it was, the one scene where it was the car, his parents blew up in the car, and it just says VFX car burning, and it's just a blank it's a blank street, and the car is supposed to be burning, and it literally just has the placeholder VFX car burning, and it slipped through. It wasn't supposed to. There was supposed to be VFX, and it slipped through, and the editor was just like, "Oh, fuck it, it's too late now." So they just kept it funnier.
Like,
so he has just a blank. He has a blank street that he's reacting to. Parents in the car burning, and he's all screaming, and then it's just.
No. Did you ever download the X-Men Origins Wolverine before it actually came out in theaters?
No.
Dude. Okay. This is what
you say, like the bootleg?
It wasn't a bootleg.
No.
It was post. Someone had found it, and before the visual effects were put in, I'm talking like 3 or 4 months before the movie even came out.
Oh no!
Talk about watching a movie that is B-rated,
dude. It was
only because the fact
a horrible movie too to begin with.
Yeah. It was kind of horrible beforehand, but it was even worse. It wasn't even that bad without the visual effects, because the basic fact of I enjoyed it because it was B-rated for me. It was, I mean, you'd have like the airplane that the CGI wasn't even, it was like someone having it on a screen, on the green screen, and you could actually see the fucking hands.
Yes.
Or you see him like put up his fist, and you just see the claws gently come out. and they're like blocky.
Yeah.
Like someone used like 16-bit or 32-bit or some shit. It was hilarious. Like
8-bit claws coming out.
Yes. It was I watched it, and then
God, I think that would be even more entertaining than the actual movie.
It was 100% entertaining. And because Fox had some kind of leak. Well, that was the leak.
Yeah.
And it came over. This is the time frame where you could get like anything on the internet.
Yeah.
It was the wild.
You still can. You have to go to a different part of the internet.
Yeah. You don't want to do that.
I heard.
You don't want to do that. I did that once, and it didn't pan out for me.
Nope.
Oh, there's some parts of the internet you should just be new.
Should exist.
Yeah, but
you see the movie Rubber?
No. Send me the link.
Oh God, you have to watch that. So it's about how do I describe it? It's about a serial killer tire that explodes people's heads telepathically.
Oh, I did see that. The tire that just goes off.
Yeah.
And
the whole other subtext of the people that are actually like sitting and watching the quote unquote movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's awful. It is horrible. But it has to be experienced. That's one you gotta watch. No reason. That's the whole premise.
Okay. I'm about to send you what I was talking about. Just to give you a point of reference when I was talking about. You cannot do the title. You can't say the title. You can react, but you can't say it.
Said it to me.
This is what someone sent me one time. And I just gave you the full movie, by the way. It's only 30 minutes. Just look at the title.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
I'm telling you, man.
What the fuck?
I'm telling you, someone sent me that because like, dude, this isn't bad. Just watch it. I tried to watch it. It was halfway decently interesting. Thank God it was only 30 minutes. That's 30 minutes I'll never get back in my life type deal.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
burn your phone.
I'm gonna have to down a fucking bottle of mead, I think, and then the only way I think I'm gonna get through this.
What are we? It's one of those things. It's like, dude, you gotta watch this film. It's the greatest film, and it's totally good.
Oh, speaking of that, did you ever see Iron Sky?
Yeah. Did you see the sequel?
I did.
Dude, the
sequel was good, but man, it doesn't beat the first one, man. It just outer space Nazis coming down in flying saucers. Like, come on, man. That's you're not gonna beat that.
That I wanted to do a skit for man, I got like hundreds of ideas. I just don't put them down. That's my I need to start working on this shit. A lot of people have told me that because I'll describe all this stuff and everything. Just like, dude, write that down. Mm-hmm. Write that down, start it up. It's like what it is. I got this this comedian in town, Israel Goldman. He's a Indian Jewish comedian. He only has like one arm. The other arm is like two fingers put together. He's handicapped. He doesn't have his legs. Yeah. But great guy, great comedian. But he's retired, so he can do a lot of drugs. He does a lot of he'll tell you himself. He got pissed one time because he bought these drugs from he brought LSD and they were shit. He was like, man, this LSD. He was so fucking pissed off. And he wasn't wearing his legs. He was wearing his cap legs. He was just walking around so he looks like a midget. He's tall as hell when he's wearing his legs, but when he has only his stub legs, little rubber pad legs, you could go behind a couch. It looks like a fucking leprechaun. Anyways, I was gonna have him go out. I was like, hey guys, I've been reading this book and something happened, and I would like visually see the book, and it'd be the Necronomicon S Mortis, the Book of the Dead. I have to describe the whole thing because I love that show. Or I love the show. I love the movie. And I was like, oh my god, are you serious? You were reading from that book? Yeah. And I pull out the Black Rifle Coffee axe because it's the only axe I have. Or I bring out the what is it? The AC 82 79 Law Rocket, getting everything ready. And he's like, no, it's not the undead, it's Nazis. And I just the camera would pan around to me, turning my head, and you just see me like go down onto the ground and everything. And he's like, Dave, are you all right? We know it's Nazis and everything. I'm just like, this is the happiest day of my life. I get to be like my grandpa, and I get to kill Nazis. Oh my! I've been dreaming about this for most of my life. I'm so hard right now. Oh my god! Oh, let's do this. I need to do that.
Fantastic.
Are you all right? I'm oak right now.
Mahogany.
Yes. I already watched that one too.
I'm glad you got that.
You could. I could lift a Volvo with this damn thing. Oh man. I mean, you just see me going killed Nazis. But
yeah.
But,
I mean, that's the honeymoon scenario right there.
I know, right? God. I would
Dude, Nazi zombies? That'd be even better.
That's a trifecta, yeah.
The only way you could improve killing Nazis is to make them Nazi zombies. It's the only way.
Dude, no. Hear me out. Hear me out. You keep on shooting them in the chest, and they go down. And he's like, and someone's like, "Dude, you got to hit them in the head." I was like, "No, you don't.
No.
What are you doing?"
See, you kill a live Nazi and then have them come back.
All my ammo to kill a Nazi zombie.
Yeah,
like that. What is it? That TikTok video that's been circulating around, and they keep on copying it. It's like, what happened? What would happen to you if the zombie happened to you? It's like, I don't know. I would have to contain the giggling as I'm killing these motherfuckers.
No, instant hard on. There, I
would have a hard on. I would skip around.
I might not wear pants.
Huh?
I might not even wear pants. I don't know. Fuck it. I'm gonna go all out. Go all out. I might
banana underwear.
Maybe some Ranger pants. I could see, wearing some silkies.
You know what I found out? And I'll hold on. Chris is going to talk about Mead while I go get these damn things.
I'm going to talk about Mead. Okay, Mead. I don't know. We basically exhausted my knowledge of Mead. I do have a batch of cherry and peach going that I'm probably going to be bottling tomorrow, actually. Oh my God, that is amazing. Oh man. Mandalorian silkies.
Where did you find
those? Where did you find those?
On the internet, where you find most really weird shit.
That is
I think what was it? Grunt Style has like one. It's just like the dragon, but they were sold out, and I found those. And someone was like, "If you do this ruck, you're gonna have to wear Ranger panties." I'm like, not really gonna do Ranger panties. I mean, I got the legs for them, but I'm not gonna wear Ranger panties. And I was like, fuck, it's for charity, just fucking do it. So I looked up and I was like, she's in Ranger panties, but she didn't say anything about Boba Fett. So I grabbed some Boba Fett Ranger panties and I went out there. Like, these are me. Now I'm always wearing every once in a while. It was like that. You saw that Hawaiian shirt that I have when we first started filming.
Yeah.
The Boba Fett. It has like, dude, it has shorts, matching shorts too.
Are they the Tom Selleck 80s nut huggers?
No. They're regular shorts. You couldn't have the photo with it. You couldn't do the photo with it because it's. I mean, it has the front and the back what the actual shirt has. It has Boba Fett in the front and the Slave One, and I'll call it Slave One to my fucking dying day.
Yes.
Boba Fett's ship. It's the Slave One, and if you look at the backstory on the reason why it's called Slave One, it makes fucking sense.
Exactly. But you notice that they haven't gone back and changed Anakin's backstory at all.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
So come on, man. If you're gonna do it, be fucking consistent about it.
Yeah.
That just because now you're just pandering.
Yeah. Which we were actually talking about. That me and BC were talking about this is people that like the difference between a person that you get somebody else into something. Like if I got you into Magic the Gathering, okay, I get you into this game, I'm having fun, I'm enjoying it and everything like that. But you take it to we're at a 5, I'm at a 5, and you take it to 11. Like you go into like the lore and you start finding discrepancies, and you're like, dude, I just showed you something that I like, you're ruining what I like. We were talking about that, and there's some people out there that just can't. I mean, I understand some people with the canon and everything, what they don't like. You know, sometimes I will agree. Sometimes I just like, shut the fuck up.
Well, listen, listen, when you're talking about lore, it's history.
Yeah.
History can be problematic. Same thing happens with lore. You don't have to like or agree with every single aspect or facet of whatever your fandom is. There's going to be things that will probably piss you off, to be honest with you.
Are you hearing a whistling sound right now?
My AC is running.
No, on my end.
But no, I don't hear anything.
Well, my fan's like kicked up to like high gear and it started whistling, so I was just making sure.
No, I don't.
But yeah, I understand that.
But you can, like I said, that's you're talking about history there, and there's going to be things that you don't have to like everything about your fandom. It's
okay.
gonna.
I'll granted that, because the new show, The Winchesters, goes totally against the canon that was made on Supernatural. Because his father never knew anything about monsters until his wife died from a demon.
Right. Mary was.
And now they're going on adventures.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I can't. I mean, I hope that show just does not work.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of it. I probably wouldn't, just because
I stopped watching CW altogether. I've stopped watching CW altogether.
Yeah,
because
the only thing worth watching on there was freaking Supernatural.
Yeah, after a while, I mean, that and the DC crossover stuff. It was the only thing I watched.
Yeah, Arrow wasn't too bad. Flash was okay. It was bad.
Yeah,
I'm just not that as into DC as I am Marvel though.
I'm into the Elseworld.
I will say the DC animation now is amazing.
Yes.
The DC animated animation.
Dude, have you seen the new Green Lantern? Beware My Power with John Stewart. Dude, I gotta turn it back on. I'll send you all the details and everything so you can get DC Nation.
Oh,
not DC Nation, just the HBO Max.
No, I have the HBO Max.
Okay. Yeah, it should be up on there.
Okay.
Or Justice Society World War II. That was a good one.
Ooh.
Yes, just look up the DC cartoon movies that I mean, whenever it comes out, I keep up. That's one thing I actually keep up with, because the animation, it could be like crap, but the stories are fucking phenomenal.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
even the old school Marvel X-Men cartoons.
They're coming. I can't wait. I can't wait till the X-Men 97 on Disney Plus. Hopefully they don't fuck that up.
I hope
not. I hope not.
I am worried though, especially because of the shit that's been happening with like She-Hulk.
The last one wasn't all that bad.
I still.
Yeah, I'm with you. I barely watched the full episodes.
Yeah,
because it just starts talking about how horrible females have it, and then I'm like,
it's too much. And there's ways that they could have written it that you could have. It's too in your face. Let me put it that way. It's too in your face with it, and it's too much. Like you may as well just have a flashing red sign on the screen saying, "We're trying to mess," like Keenan and it pops up the window message.
Yeah.
Like it's just that the whole freaking episode.
Yeah.
It's like we're trying. We have an agenda we're pushing.
Well, hell,
there's ways you can do it.
I rewatched Blank Man.
Uh-huh.
Okay, in consideration, you can take it as I guess you would call it kind of a woke culture movie, but Blank Man with Keenan and I rewatched that. I love that. I love Meteor Man. I love that those types of movies and everything. But it gives you a like window of what's happening in the urban areas like that.
Yeah,
it was, and that just pisses me off that they're like, oh, the black community doesn't have really good superhero movies. I was like, have you not seen Blank Man? That was a classic. You're assholes. You're assholes. Have you not seen Meteor Man? Still, on the other hand, is kind of like a crap. But Meteor Man, Blank Man was for classic.
Exactly.
That wasn't high quality cinema. I was like,
dude, it's a superhero movie.
It was a great superhero movie.
High quality cinema. But look at what the dribble and the direct that they put out and call it high quality cinema.
It's just
like Cartman said, it's all gay cowboys eat pudding. That's what it comes down to. That's what they consider high quality.
Yeah.
Gay cowboys eating pudding.
Yeah. Let's go up to the mountains. Why can't I quit you?
No, I never did see that movie either.
I never did.
I've heard people say
that. No. Sorry, hold on. Me and my brother-in-law, we were taking industrial, no, it was residential wiring for our degree for industrial maintenance, and we were trying to get Valentine's Day off. One of the chicks that was working that was at the class with us trying to get Valentine's off, and after we got Valentine's Day off, what I ended up saying is like, hey Kenny, man, we got that day off. We got Valentine's Day off. We can go up to your place, man. We can watch us some Brokeback Mountain and just cuddle. The red on this big guy's face was hilarious to me. I mean, it was this red. It was this red. It was hilarious.
So I said, did this guy never serve?
He was a CB, dude.
Oh, what the fuck? Come on, man. You're telling me you never cuddled in the field? Come on.
I showered with a couple of guys and then got my back.
Dude, it's not gay if it's in the field.
Yeah.
So, exactly.
But yeah, it was just one of those hilarious moments that it was. I'll every once in a while I'll catch him off guard. I catch a lot of people off guard sometimes. I'll just say something just nonchalantly, like we're actually gonna do it, or actually, I'm like.
Wait, so we're not gonna cuddle on the couch and watch?
Oh fuck! What did that?
Lie to me,
dude, baby. It's okay. I'll make you a cake and everything, and we'll still do it.
Cake? Fuck yeah! I get cake too.
Fuck yeah! I'm a cook. I gotta make sure that
I gotta be a little spoon though.
Okay, no bad.
Good.
No, it's like every once in a while going through a drive-through, I'll do something stupid. Like I went through a drive-through one time and I had them tell me the entire menu because I was blind.
Oh, fuck yes.
They did it.
Not even thinking that you were driving.
No, not even thinking that.
Wow.
People react. I had a scenario. I had a scenario to make sure that this still happened, because if they said, it was like, well, how are you driving, sir? I'm not driving. I'm blind. My driver is deaf and dumb, and they're trying to assign me the fucking menu on my hand, and it's taking us some time. Unless you want us to be here for like a good because she can see the menu. She already knows what she wants. I'm trying to figure out what I want. I don't know the entire menu. So she's signing me the menu. Can you please tell us what the menu is so I know what I want to fucking order, man? And that was the second scenario that would happen. I come up with some weird shit that is freaking classic, and I don't videotape it. I could probably make a crap load of money.
Right.
Like this one time, I was laid off from AT&T, and what had happened is I would get the food, I would make sure we were fed, but my best friend, my dog, he would take care of the rent, and if we were spending the same amount of money. Anyways, I was like, hey, let's go to Burger King. It's like, okay. He gets very high anxiety. He's finally gotten to therapy and gotten medicated so he can fix that. I mean, sometimes he can't talk to people.
Yeah.
He gets scared and shakes. It was really bad. So sometimes I had to order the food because his anxiety was like skyrocketed.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean I can't be an asshole about it. So this one time we get to the drive-through. I was like, okay, am I ordering this time? Because he says, hey, yeah, go ahead and order. I was like, okay, let's see here. I want a double Whopper with cheese, extra mayo. I mean, I want the mayo to come on my face, if you know what I mean. And I just love that double meat. And maybe I just take a soda. Nothing diet. Just give me a Dr. Pepper. And let's see here. Oh, Michael, what do you want? What go ahead. Did you want just a plain Whopper? Vegetables and everything? Get you that. He just wants the plain Whopper. He's plain. But a little bit of good stuff in the room, if you know what I mean. Dude, as soon as I got done with the order, he's like, not today, Satan. Just drives the food off. Oh, man.
Oh, come on, man. You gotta pull up to the window and play along with that. You can't let that one go.
Dude, I've had it to where I'll do the menu and everything, and I do it in one of my voices, and I get to the window, and they legitimately are like, and I would go, hello. I was like, if I do it like in a voice,
Did you change it differently? Did you change it back?
Yeah, I change it when we're at the window. It's like, hello, ma'am, sir. How are you doing? Are you doing well today? Thank you. Yes. Here's my card. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. And they were just like, was there anybody else in the drive-through? Like someone.
No, just me on the car.
Where's? I mean, I had it at one point in time that I was had a really good female voice, and that was another thing. I had a really good female voice, and they were like looking around, trying to figure out where the woman was. Of course, I'm also the asshole.
Like, she's in the trunk.
Yeah, I passed you I let her out the water. Of course, I'm also the asshole that goes through a freaking bank teller and accidentally has porn going on my speakers.
Like the real loud, raunchy ones too.
Oh yeah. If you can't hear the screams, it's not fun.
Oh yeah. Dude.
Well, it's like this one. I was just coming off of tech school. Well, I wasn't off of tech school. It was Christmas break for tech school. My mom picked me up, drove me back home from San Antonio, and we went to Cracker Barrel up in Decatur, I think it was. And anybody that knows, going to the Cracker Barrel is at the corner. You had to pass to get to Wichita, no matter which way you go. So we went there, and I just ordered a burger. I hadn't had a really good, burger in a while. Well, Did my order. She came back, handed me my food. I was like, ma'am, sorry, plain, but I do believe I ordered the slaughtered cow. This isn't a slaughtered cow. Without skipping a beat. And I love this woman, what she did. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm very sorry. She grabs the plate, walks probably about 2-3 feet, realized what had happened, turns around, slams it in front of my face. There's your food, sir. Walks off. I gave her a 10 for a tip.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And through the rest of the meal, my mom was trying to figure out why. She was like, why is she being so rude to you, David? And finally, I told her what happened. She's like, you better give her a good tip or I'm going to smack you. Of course, the same.
At least she caught it and like immediately turned around.
Yeah.
She didn't play it off. That's
if I had to talk to her manager, I would have talked to her manager and told her what I did. But it's the same instance, the same time frame. My mom was she made quilts. She was a seamstress. She was a great seamstress. If you needed a dress for your daughter or anything like that, she's the woman to go to. She would make a hand dress for your daughter that looked like it just came from one of those superstores.
Yeah.
So we're in this cloth store, and I act like a retard, more than usual. And I'm like, I got these. There was this cloth that had like clouds, and I was like, "Mommy, look, I'm touching clouds. Mommy, I'm touching." My mom had the fucking end of it. Smacks the shit out of me in front of everybody.
Yeah.
And this whole sweet old lady comes up and is like, ma'am, he's special. You shouldn't hit him like that. I died after that. I legitimately died. I started laughing my ass off. You remember those old commercials with the fish and people just backing away with their mouths open going, this is what that woman's face was. I still to this day, I think someone that was in the ad agency saw what had happened with that old lady, and she was backing off and everything. And that's how he made his money. Legitimately, that's what I think. But yeah. Do you have any stories like that?
So when we were in Colorado Springs, we had we're at a news station, and my wife at the time had a good friend in her unit, and we were all hanging out, and her oldest son and I started. This was right after Something About Mary came out.
Okay.
And so we were doing that whole, have you seen my baseball? Have you seen my baseball? I can't have my baseball. Dude, hours. We were at this fucking Chinese place or whatever. It was a buffet place. I can't remember exactly which one. But anyways, we sat there for 3 hours. Like they legitimately kicked us out because we were there for too long. Like we were there long enough to get hungry again and start eating again. And just the whole time, me and him were just going back and forth just the whole time. And
that's fucking hilarious.
Everybody was pissed off at us, but we just couldn't stop. It was the have you seen my baseball? Yeah, it was good.
Dude, I love doing stuff like that. Man, if more people would do like crazy stuff like that, the world would be a little bit better place.
Exactly. Learn to laugh.
Then you got these sticklers. Hell, I love what your boss does to people half the time. He'll man, the stories he comes up with of what he's done. I'm terrified of meeting your boss, your head boss, Hafer, only because I would go with his stupid ideas, and we would end up in the desert. It's like, man, maybe we took that a little bit too far. You think?
Nah.
Think? By the way, let's go grab some leaves since that's the only fucking thing around and cover our junk. Are you really that scared? Yeah, it looks like a fucking snake coming at me, dude. For someone so small, I'm surprised.
Yeah, he's a trip. He's something else.
One the puppet. I love that puppet, and I wish they would do like episodes of those of the
We ask for it all the time. Even within the company, we ask for a puppet Evan all the time.
Yes, him just doing that in meetings
We want
big
more,
corporations. I would laugh. I'd play with. I would watch constantly.
Not even puppet Evan. Like we want all the key players to have their own puppets.
Some of them are not that funny. I mean,
That's not key players.
Best is all right. JT, I could see it, but Hayford, no. He's.
Oh no, it would be Evan's voice for all.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Hell yeah. I'm with you on that one now.
No. You misunderstand.
Yeah. I did not see the light that you are making, sir.
Evan would be doing all of the voices, and they were just.
Now I'm with you. Now. Oh yeah, that was another thing. We need to get that. I want to try to get that artist for the bags, if you can. You said you were able to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Hunt. I forgot about that. I need to reach out to him. Yeah.
Yeah, just reach out because I love his artwork, dude. Like I have a stack of bags over here that I'm trying to figure out because I need to get a poster board so I can just plaster them on there because it's just wonderful artwork.
There's
a
ton of people that do that.
Yeah,
that murals on their walls or will do like coffee tables or stuff like that. I've seen that as well. They'll send us some pictures of just like mosaics and shit that they've done with the bags.
That is just it. It really is, and it's not just boasting of your company or the company that you work for. It's boasting of the artist. It's very few times that you get. I mean, I'm guessing he takes his. These bags. I know the artwork for the bags and everything probably take about 2 to 3 months because that one was the coffee I'm drinking right now. It can't. I found out about this like 4 to 5 months ago when Hafer was talking about it, and finally I was like, "Oh, this is the stuff he was talking." Like I was rewatching something. Like I was like, "What is he talking about?"
Oh yeah, God, they have those. Yeah, they have those. Well, I mean, for lack of a better term, like storyboarded out. They have those now. Fucking even longer than that. Like it's
like 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. Like I've because I've been in the art department over there, and they just have shit all over the walls. It's crazy. It's a little it's a madhouse in there. Bunch of mad geniuses. Everybody that they have working there is great.
Yeah. It's like, what's that pile of white powder? Is that talking powder? Shut the fuck up and get the fuck out.
It's sugar for the coffee. Come on now. That's how rumors get started, dude.
It's powder.
I'm not saying there's not truth to it. I'm just saying that's how rumors get started.
And you shut the fuck up. Dave.
All right, Chris.
Podcast, and I don't want to get fired from my job. Shut the fuck up.
I can neither confirm nor deny any happening that happens within that room.
Yeah, it's like
is that covered legally?
certain spots of the company you are not allowed to have a camera on you.
I can neither confirm nor deny whether or not they have Nerf rifles stashed at strategic places all over that room, and we'll just spontaneously and randomly start shooting each other.
I hope it's like real Nerf gun. I've seen places that do that.
No, they got like fucking. I'm talking sniper rifles. Like I'm not talking the little bitties. They go all out.
No, I bet.
Oh, it's
I've seen companies.
It's not a large office, so you can't get crazy with it. Like their office, they have like it's really cool because they have like you walk in and they have the big open area there, and then they have like you go to the offices, there's a common area, and then they have like little satellite offices around the side.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean,
so they all kind of they just keep the doors open, and you just shoot into the room.
I pictured it from the videos and everything like that. So.
Yeah, no,
it's like a regular office, but with children running it.
Yeah, grown children.
Like, you're not wrong.
Yeah, children with beards and shit. Yeah. Dude, Chris, you and Chris would get along very well. He's just as much of a Star Wars fan as I.
Oh God. BC sent me this photo. The guy that I was talking to yesterday. Check this out. And look at the looking at the photo, look at the left knee. You have to zoom into it. I had to zoom into it. Look at the left knee. This is how I get people to talk on my show and what they end up showing me.
Left knee.
It's silver.
On his knee.
It's Todd McFarlane's signature on the Todd McFarlane comic book.
But I'm not seeing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you?
Oh, it's on his right knee.
Well, looking at the photo and everything, it's on his right knee, but it's on the left side.
The wrong side.
No, it's on your left. Dude, I'm dyslexic. I had to check my hand.
His right knee.
If you look at it, right, looking at it.
You said his left, not my left.
You know what? Go fuck yourself. I don't like you anymore. No cake, no cuddles. You bastard.
Bitch. Take away my fucking cuddles.
Oh man. We had too much fun on these things. That's the reason why. This is the reason why I like talking with you and everything, is because the base effect, we have a lot in common. And I mean, I'm so glad we actually caught up and everything. It's one of those things that really one, I value time. I mean, you could have just said, this guy is crazy. I literally pictured it as like, man, this guy probably thinks I'm some kind of stalker or something like that. I just want to be friends. and we got together. It was bad time in your personal life. I'm so glad that I brought you up, and we're actually friends now. We'll do talk.
Yeah. Right time, man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. It's one of those things you don't know what, and that's another thing I try to talk to when I'm talking to the people, is the points where, like, me and BC were talking about on his on our show, because we split it up because he hadn't been able to make an episode in a while because his co-host just had a kid. He was busy with his actual job, and I was like, hey, dude, you haven't done an episode in a while. I was like, yeah, we've been busy. It's like, dude, hit record. We'll do it together. He's like, really? I didn't think about it. I was like, dude, I love your show. I want it to prosper. And I'm so glad that you like doing this too, and you like coming on here and doing it. So I got another person that can actually, want to, not sponsor, but speak out and tell the angry faithful to come to us.
Absolutely.
I want to make a cult. Not
come
in.
Yeah.
Okay. Sex cult.
Get a cult.
A weird doom cult.
Absolutely. It's the only kind of cult to make.
Yeah.
Sex cults are the best. Are you kidding me?
Fuck yeah. But
we'll start outfitting. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, but I talked to him about this. Is how people, once they get that stumper, how hard it is to get out of that stumper. Because I read this article, and I talked about it last episode, which this episode will come like the next weekend.
Right.
Next Sunday. This Sunday is going to be BC, and then next weekend is going to be
right.
I talked about this a lot, that your train of thought, if you only think about negative thoughts, your brain only sees negative.
Right.
And he admitted that he had points and times that he had that where all he was thinking is negative. But once you realized that, and once you started, I mean, I even looking at your posts and everything like that, you're still struggling, and I saw that, and you still struggled. I was like, man, I gotta bring this man in. I gotta, come on, suckle the power, suckle the power of the day. And
Race you to my bosom.
yes, I will caress you until you're happy again. You will be more powerful than you ever thought. But it's that thing that where once you start thinking positive thoughts, positive things start happening to you. Because if you actually think of negative thoughts, and the only thing the negative that you can think of, negative things are going to happen. It's like self. It's a prophecy thing, but it's a self-reliant prophecy or something. I don't know. I'm butchering this.
Self-fulfilled.
Yeah, self-fulfilled prophecy.
Yeah, that's one thing my therapist has been working with me on is trying to just basically said the same thing. Like, you have to retrain your brain to start looking at positive. And that's one the exercise that she gave me is I have to every day I have to come up with three positive things that are happening, or I three positive thoughts in my life. And it could be something simple like, you
lost enough weight where you can look down and see your penis.
Yeah, that's a big one. I have to lose a lot of weight to be able to get to that point too, but still.
What's really sad,
but it's even simple things.
Yeah,
like I
got man,
woke up this morning.
You woke up this morning. You didn't wake up with a headache. You didn't wake up super sore.
Yeah,
I've had it to where I've gone to like to go pick up something to eat, and it's weird. And I started doing this every once in a while when I have enough cash. Is I'll pay for the person right behind me.
Mm-hmm.
You know how much? I mean, how much like greatness you've just done? I mean, I've had people do it to me, and it just surprises me. I was like, oh, that's great. That's wonderful.
Yeah,
a little bit better now.
Yeah,
and if you can just, I mean,
just put that little bit of light out in the world, and it comes back at you tenfold.
Yeah, it really does. And a lot of people don't understand that because they've just had horrible things happen to them at that moment.
Well, when you get caught up in that, though, it's not necessarily that you don't understand it. It's that you can't see it. When you're stuck in that mind frame, man, all you see is darkness, man. All you see is dark. And that starts affecting, and that's, you just start thinking that's all there ever is. That's all that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, it's tough to break out of it. It really is.
It really is. And, not to boast Chris or anything, but it's the stuff I see what he does. I mean, you do it a lot even with your TikTok. If someone's like, you see a video that someone's going down a dark path, like, dude, talk to me. I'm gonna reach out to you. Let's bring. And I do it too. It's not that I'm boasting you because you're the only one doing it. No, I see that. That's the reason why I really want to be your friend.
Right.
It's because you're having a bad time, but you're still wanting to. It's like, dude, I'm having a bad time too. Let's just rank you off that edge.
Yeah,
you're getting a little bit too close. You're looking at that ledge a little bit too long.
Right.
And we need to bring you back a little bit.
Yeah. And it does. It's healing for me as well. Like, to be able to have that interaction, healing or trying to heal that part of someone else does wonders for you and your own kind of outcome.
Yeah. Well, it's also to the point of that's how AA started.
Mm-hmm.
It was two guys that were looking at their lives. They were trying to quit drinking alcohol because it was ruining their lives. They knew they had to quit. They couldn't do cold turkey. They couldn't, but they started a sponsor program. They turned around and did the 12 steps. and they helped each other out. And then they found out it's like, we can't do this alone, but we can do this together. Exactly. And a lot of times, I mean, sometimes it just takes that person. He could be an asshole. He could be, you know, just a regular person to put your hand on your shoulder and it's like, hey, you're fucking up, but we're going to work with this.
Right.
See how this.
And that kind of, it takes being in that experience as well to be able to say and make them see that, yes, you're fucking up, but in a non-judgmental way. It's like, listen, this is what you're doing wrong. This is how you can fix it.
Yeah.
And I know this because this is what I have done. This is where I've been. And that's the you know, the important part is, yeah, you're fucking up, but listen, I don't care how you got there. I care about bringing you back out.
Yeah. It really is just a wonderful thing that you see when a person doing that. You can actually believe in humanity a little bit, especially with all this drowning of hate and hate talk. And yes, I'm about to do I'm in talks of doing a political podcast, which I know it's going to bring me in dark fold. I mean, doing the psychos and sociopaths one puts me into having dark thoughts and everything, and I have to veer off and do something for other people. When I mean, you look at humanity's dark spots, and what was it? It was oh god. It's a crossover, Justice League crossover where they had the Sinister Six or the Crime Syndicate. It is the animated show, animated movie, and Batman was up against Nighthawk. And Batman is like, "There's a difference between you and me. Is when you veered into the darkness, you blinked." Man, I you know, a lot of people talk to me, and I keep on referencing comic books and comic book movies and movies or books that I've read, sci-fi, fantasy, and I tell them, it's like, hey, I've got this little bit of advice from this. I got this little bit of advice from this. Just because you might think of it as childish and everything like that, but
the themes that
they have, a bit of word of wisdom.
Plans they have are they get pretty deep sometimes, especially when you had, and it may be inadvertent, but man, you never know where you're going to get inspiration from.
Exactly. It was like there was one what is it, All in the Family? What was the guy with the old guy that was in the reclining chair, and the wife was like always in an apron? They actually made it. Was it All in the Family? I don't
remember now. I think it was. All I remember is him.
Yeah,
but the name of the actual show, I don't remember.
Yeah, All in the Family. That's what it was. I knew I was thinking of it. But it was a sitcom in the 70s, 71 time frame. I mean, it had guy was racist and everything, but there was one episode. The actor was mentally challenged, and he had a sign where he worked. It was a big deal in the show, but he goes up and is like, at one point in time, everybody's an idiot, and sometimes the idiot has to teach you how to do something. So no matter who you are, if something comes along, like a person that just brings you along across the street when you can't see, that person might be like down and out and everything, but they're still helping you out.
Exactly.
I mean, I hate the videos that I know they're scripted, that they go out and it's like, I'm doing this for the clout and the cash and everything, but I'm gonna give you money and see what happens to the guy. And sometimes it's very emotional and it's very good, but I know they're doing it for ads and some.
Right.
I mean, you know, it's planned out.
Yeah.
In some instances, and there was one where they gave a homeless guy like I think $200, and or they got him to where he found $200. And what he ended up doing, he ended up going to the grocery store instead of picking up alcohol. What everybody else in the whole freaking world thinks that homeless people do is they just use the money for their fix, whatever the fix is. It could be alcohol, it could be drugs, you know, whatever. Well, he went out, he grabbed sandwich stuff, and he grabbed drinks, and he grabbed like condiments. And he took it to the other homeless people, and they had like a spread, and they all ate hearty. And then he went back to his little area. He made sure everybody was fed. And the guy goes like, and the homeless guy flipped out. He's like, "Oh, I used some of your money, but here, he was like, you're giving me the change." And the guy thought he looked like he was about to run. And he goes up and he's like, "No, I'm so sorry, but it's like, no, I saw what you did. We had cameras on you the entire time. I'm surprised you're giving me the change. Here's $1,000. Here you go."
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of those things that you're always seeing all of this negative stuff. The other thing I can't stand, and my sister did it once, and I got onto her.
Yeah.
That whole pray for me, something bad's happening. No, it was pray for me, something's bad happening to my daughter. She got a phone call fast. Right. I was like, what's happening with Elizabeth? What's going on? It's like, oh no, she has a stomach ache. I was like, no. Is it one of the, do I need to come down there?
Yeah.
What do you need? What do you got? It's like, well, no, she just has it. It's like, but you said, you know, it's an emergency on Facebook. It's like, well, David, it was just really a hard time. I was like, I want you to realize something. When it comes to the kids, you know me, you know our family. You know what happens if something really drastic happens to kids?
Right.
We break fucking reality to make sure that kid is okay. It's like, yeah, well, it's like, think before you do shit like that. Don't ever do that again.
Yeah.
I was halfway going to San Antonio Austin to visit a friend of mine when he lived in Austin. I was halfway. And I was about to turn around to back to Fort Worth. Yeah. And she's like, "I'm so sorry. I didn't." He's like, "You didn't think." Next thing. Exactly. You can ask for her. It's like, "Hey, daughter has a stomach bug. May not be nothing." And then you just and most of the time when you write stuff up to the letter, you realize how stupid you're being.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all of us have done that, where you start to write out a post or something like that, and then it's like, never mind.
I mean, if it's something to the fact that I do
all the time.
Yeah. Unless it's the fact is like, hey guys, kind of get my dick stuck in my zipper. I don't want to go to the hospital. Is anybody out there? I mean, I'm posting on Facebook wherever I see. It's stupid. I know, right? My dick's
right.
In the zipper. I need some help. Go to the hospital. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Get the beans about the Frank.
I've got the beans and I got the Frank. I've got the beans and the Frank. I need some help there, buddy. I need some help, everybody.
Exactly.
But it's so. I mean, nowadays we can do a little bit. It's world. What I don't think a lot of people understand. It's worldwide now.
Yeah.
And it's so weird that they don't understand that. They don't understand some. I mean, even a lot of the stuff that I talk about too is the fact of can't believe everything you read on the internet. And if you do see like a small smidgen of stuff, it's like that one video that you sent me, how the census in 2020 was flipped a little bit.
Yeah.
What was strange about that? It wasn't California. It wasn't Texas. It wasn't that. It was Rhode Island. Rhode Island was strange to me because I know as like Rhode Island and Delaware are the 2 states in the United States. Their seats don't really change that much. If it's a drastic change, then yeah, you need to go back and you got to look at how they judge on the seats and and all that good stuff and everything. That was a strange thing. That was
an anomaly.
Yeah, that was an anomaly to me because one, I know the reference and everything, and I told you that. I was like, the strange thing is Rhode Island. It's a small state.
Exactly.
Connecticut is another. A lot of stuff in the New England area that are really small. They've always had almost the same amount since close to the conception of the United States.
Right.
They've had the same amount of seats in Congress. So them losing like 2 to 3 or gaining 2 to 3, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
And it's only because
that'd be like Montana gaining 3 seats all of a sudden. Like, no, the population growth in Montana is not that high.
Yeah. And it's nothing to the point where it's not. I mean, you might be thinking one thing. What were you thinking when you're reading that?
It was basically it looked deliberate, and it looked like it was tampering. That's how.
Yeah, I was thinking that a little bit too. I was thinking, well, that could be tampering. He might be thinking. I mean,
I red or blue, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
I don't give a shit. Who's tampering? It's wrong.
Yeah. And in my thinking, and I get this a lot. People don't understand why I think like this, and they think that I have to say theory. I can't use the C word, but they have this theory that the whole world is against them. And when I say the reality of the way something might be, I was like, well, it could just be, Now, since we have like a lot of states happening like that, yeah, I could say.
Right. If it was a one and done, if you hadn't had any other tampering with any of the other elections or anything like that, then yes, I could say it would be a bureaucratic screw up because we know how the federal government works.
Yeah, because everybody's stupid. That's what I'm getting at.
But that's the problem. Once is an anomaly.
Yeah.
Twice is a pattern.
Yeah, and that's rare. That's at that point, because my first thinking is just like, God, we have an idiot doing something stupid.
Right.
That's my first thought. That's always my first thought.
Right.
And then when you go, it's like, what about over here and here and here? It's like, well, that motherfucker travels a lot. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
But when it comes to like 16 to 17 states, that's questionable.
That's not.
And and to me, it's looking like laziness, and good or bad, and it still can be tampering. And right or left, no matter where you're standing. And a lot of people were like, how can you have these views? So it's like, I'll be dead middle. Only because I know that there are people on both sides that are radical.
Yes.
There's always that radical person.
Absolutely.
That does something and they're trying. It's like, if you do this, they're going to win. It's a competitive thing more or less.
Yeah. That's the whole, we need to keep power. We need to stay in power because we're the only ones who are doing it right.
The Cowboys it's the same thing as like the Cowboys are winning. We're finally on top and everything like that. We finally get that hot chick, even though she's a dead lay in the fucking bedroom.
Exactly.
But we still have that hot chick that we can post on the mantle, and everybody can see how badass I am.
Exactly.
But is it they're trying to get extra seat? Probably. Is it evening at? It's still bad, and it's one of those things. It's evening out, and sometimes it's just to get extra shit for their.
But that's it. You can't trust anything anymore because there's so much tampering on both sides with everything that you almost can't even trust in the entire process is broken.
Yeah, and that's where we have like we go in deep dive into the problems that we have around us.
Right.
I mean, if you go out and you want one thing done, like Ted Cruz's whole thing, the one thing that he wants to change when he's in office is get rid of the IRS. Am I for that? Fuck yeah, I am.
Yeah.
That would save me like 36% of my paycheck.
But like, what are you going to replace it with?
Yeah. I mean, we dug the hole back in the 30s and we kept on digging. And that's our problem. It got worse. We kept on digging and now we're in a hole that it's bleak, but we can still come out of it. It's just going to take, if we go through a different process and nobody fucks that process up. And I've talked about this a lot. I was like, how are we going to get rid of the deficit? The deficit is this. It's like, well, the deficit is kind of a tit for tat. It's some of it's being paid back because you have to have any business, any government, anything in your life, you're gonna have to have debt. Your debt's inevitable.
Right.
You're gonna have to have it. It's just how you manage it.
Right.
And even rich people have debt. They don't go out and buy that $2 million house or that $100 million house off of they had the money. And a lot of people don't understand like a person that's like Elon Musk. Elon Musk is the richest person in the world, I think, right now.
Yeah.
I don't think it is. I think Putin is. Only because.
Right. He might have been knocked out of first place, but
yeah,
either way, he's up there.
But a lot of people look at his assets and say it's like he has 168 billion. I think the last time I looked. This is the last time I looked. It could be wrong. Put it in the comments. I don't care. But he doesn't have that money.
Right.
He has assets that equal to that amount.
That's stuff that he owns equals.
Yeah. In hard cash, he probably has $20.
Yeah.
And that would surprise people. I was like, Steve Jobs, how much money Steve Jobs, iPhones. How much money do you think he makes off the iPhone? Per iPhone?
Not much.
$5. He actually said it. He makes $5, which still that's a lot of money. And a lot of people don't understand. It's like I was like, they'll go up and they'll see the small amount.
Yeah.
And they only see the small amount. And this is the same thing with the mental health problems we have. They only see the small amount. They don't see the small amount growing. Because all they do is see the small amount. They see the $5. Oh, he only makes $5 off that fucking phone. Yeah. But how many phones have you sold? If you
13 million phones or whatever, even that's
we'll do a small. We'll do a small.
You're talking.
We'll do a small amount. We'll go 15,000 phones times 5 equals he made $75. Now he sells like millions of these each year off the new ones they come out with, because it's like Call of Duty. I can't play Call of Duty anymore because they keep up making the same thing and put it in a different magical package and people buy it.
Yep.
That's how.
That's the thing. You hear the number one thing about people crying about microtransactions. Oh, these companies and EA is the devil, and they're the most evil corporation because they keep putting microtransactions in the games. They keep putting them because people keep buying them.
Exactly.
If you don't want microtransactions in the game, stop buying them. They will go away. I promise you.
It's like Conan Exiles game I play it off and on. They have most of your stuff is microtransactions. They gave it eventually at one point in time they gave the free game out for free. Mm-hmm. And now they're able to do that. The company was actually going under. Once they started selling the game, they started getting money enough to where they can start doing the extra stuff, the stuff. I was even with World of Warcraft. When World of Warcraft first came out, they wanted all this stuff, but they were only able to get you a little bit. Eventually, they were able to update it. Now you're able to have flying mounts. You don't have to really use the Griffin to get around. Right. You don't have to do this, and you can get a faster mount. You can do this now. You can do that now. But it got to the point to where everybody was seeing the game as it was right then, but the people that didn't follow it through didn't see how the game had evolved. They just see how the game is now. Yeah. And it goes out to the basic fact of, well, we basically had like to go to the auction house in World of Warcraft. We had to spend about 4 to 5 hours because it kept on lagging out.
Yep.
It's that whole crawling 5 miles uphill in snow. And then halfway through, you go in, you're in the desert just to get to school.
Yep. You had to eat dirt, and we liked it.
Those worms were tasty, and we liked it. We liked it. But we're sitting at the 2-hour mark again. That's because we have good conversation. If you have, dude, we could probably pull up. Technically, last time we would have almost had 5 hours.
We could have easily.
We could do an easy 5 hour on this one too, if you didn't have things to do, and if I didn't have things to do.
Yep.
I mean, it's just good conversation. That's the reason why. That's what I like about it. And I love that you're a staple now. I just, well, one, we're putting out good content. One, and hopefully, if you actually listen to this and it hits your heart and everything, leave us a comment, kind of support us a little bit like that. Do we need it? No. Do we want it? Kind of. But, or we're just happy we helped somebody else out on their horrible day. We made you laugh to where you peed your pants and you have a story to tell all your friends because you listen to this podcast and you peed yourself and you had to go to the store, change and everything. Yes, I am long-winded on that one because that actually
absolutely happened. Yeah, I'm all about getting feedback on it. I want to hear what you guys think. Like good, bad, indifferent. Feedback. I'm all about.
Oh yeah, I'm still surprised at that one troll that I ended up getting. I say but it was only on my account.
Yeah,
that I deal with. So I think it's on me.
You get a troll, you made
it. Yeah. Even though I think still to this day, I think he's like mentally challenged. I'm like that. He probably had it. This is what I'm putting in my life. I trolled that man and I made him cry. And then you get into the reality where I'm scratching my head. It's like, what's going on here?
Like, dude, do you need to talk?
Dude, we can talk and have a good conversation. But anyways, everybody, like I said, comment and give us some feedback and we'll get back to you. And I have to get a feedback on this other person. I just gave him feedback today on one of the socios pass. And it's very interesting. Make this fast, 2 minutes. But apparently, one of the victims' family came out, and it's a cousin of the girl, and she's like, "Oh, you have no idea what's happening with this person. What happened during that time frame? What happened?" I was like, "Dude, I have to have him on the show. Here's my email address. Here's my email address. Here's my phone number. Here's my breast size. Weird shit like that."
Yeah,
but
we need to make this happen.
Yeah, it's one of those things, and I just can't wait to them to get back at to me and everything. But anyways, like I said, it might take a little bit of time nowadays since I'm working and I am the sole proprietor of all their stuff, and it does take me a little bit of time, and I'm trying to make it faster, and I don't like living on my phone.
Yeah,
and sometimes I have to. But thank you all for answering. This is Chris Jaka. I'm David Dickerman. Thank you all for listening of our stupidity.